Welcome again to the channel, Life with Jennifer J.M. I am your girl, Auntie Jane. My viewer is my friend and my subscriber. Oh, I don't know what to say, you know. I really don't know what to say. But I hear Lisa Anna say something and I find it very interesting. And I want you guys to take a listen to what Lisa Anna has to say in regards. So, take a listen to this. If we're going to come back better. Some people know nothing for start with, you know. Hey, some people they just live for hand to mouth. Hand to mouth. So they don't really have nothing for start with, trust me.
Is our top speed on the Jamaican highway. And I get stopped all the time by the police. I think they know my car now because I never feel like I'm driving above that. But here's the thing. I know what 185 miles per hour feels like. And that's what Melissa brought here to Jamaica. And at that speed, you're talking about a Formula One race car. If you feel that thing drive past you, or you're talking about a bullet train slicing through the air. But Melissa wasn't racing past Jamaica, it was racing through us. And unlike any race car, you can't steer or slow a hurricane. You can only hold on and pray it passes. And many people don't understand what that means because Jamaica isn't flat. We are a country of dense mountain ranges and ravines, rivers and valleys, of people living on hillsides, on riverbanks, and deep within the lush, beautiful mountain terrains in the bush of this country. So when a Category 5 hurricane crosses that kind of terrain, it doesn't destroy evenly. It devastates completely, and whole districts just vanish. You might not have been able to even see them from the main road in the first place, but you'll never see them again. And people tucked into those mountain folds and coastal edges are thrown into a land blender that few of you can even imagine. Even those who were prepared for this lost everything. And then you ask yourself, really, how do you secure a roof against winds that can fling iron like paper? So when I say this storm changed us, I don't just mean physically. It stripped away the illusion that any of us are separate from each other's pain. And yeah, me, like so many other Jamaicans, families and overseas missions, were on the ground, and this is not easy. But before I go any further, I want us to remember, because not so long ago when COVID hit, it wasn't just a health crisis, it was an economic one. And we learned that close to 60% of low-income families and 53% of women lost employment. And when they lost their employment, we also learned that half of those who had savings said it could only survive for 2 weeks. And 30% of those said it could only last for 1 week. And 18% said 1 day, because people don't shop the same way. Some people buy daily to put food on their table. Some people can't do a big shop. And so nearly half of the children affected during that time lived in rural parishes. And back then, we could still reach them because the roads were open. The phone system worked and they had electricity, but this is different, and they had water because Hurricane Melissa has impacted over 650,000 Jamaicans, approximately, over 5 parishes. And if no one has told you, many of the homes in Westmoreland are or were built of wood, built over generations, hand by hand. Sometimes, if you did drive go Westmoreland to some places, you see people with houses on the back of a truck. Just move from one place to the next place. Yeah, that's how the things set in some parts of our country. And these homes honestly didn't stand a chance, many of them against 185 mile per hour winds, because if that's slamming into you, it slams through you. And on Sunday, for example, it took me and my family 8 hours to deliver, not even to deliver, to get 1,300 meals to transport it from Kingston to families in Westmoreland, because people are on the roads. Remember, there was one lane traffic. I was helping to clear some of the roads with the 4 machete them in my car, and I buck up, ministers on the road clearing roads for 2 lanes. But it took us 8 hours, and you can't blame people because they're trying to get to their families. But when we saw that and the trucks coming in, it showed me and my family something important too, that we have to regroup and find new and smarter ways to reach those people who need the help most. And that is what we're doing, because we live on an island that faces hurricanes every single year. and we rest on an earthquake fault line. So every single year, Jamaica, we are open to these disasters. We take it for granted, but we are. So as we're looking to help immediately and rescue and search, we have to simultaneously start thinking how we're going to rebuild roofs and restore light as we temporarily put people in shelters. We must also now be thinking about the future, smarter homes, smarter infrastructure, resilient communities, because recovery is not only about replacing what we've lost, it's about replacing for what is to come. And at the same time, we must simultaneously move our economy forward on a parallel track. We have to be in motion, helping on this side and moving to make sure we don't financially shut down. Because guess what? There are over approximately 175,000 tourism workers, directly and indirectly, who work in this industry that live between St. Anne and Westmoreland. And they're the backbone of that industry, and they feed thousands of families. And the winter tourist season is here, basically. And we have to find a safe and practical way to start reevaluating and opening so that people can also start working again to rebuild their lives. So any way you take it, this is an unprecedented crisis, and we have never faced something like this before. And we're learning together, and it's time to start, documenting, because every crisis holds an opportunity for a breakthrough to build better and fairer and stronger. And so while I might not be an MP, I will always be a Jamaican first. As long as my heart beats, I will work for this country and work wherever I can. And because this is not a sprint, it's a long, determined journey, and one that, it takes heart, endurance, focus to shut out sometimes the noise, and an unshakable belief in our collective responsibility to one another, because people are anxious, they're tired, they're uncertain, they're cut off, they're worried about what comes next. That's why we must use every tool we have, including social media, not just to showcase and to show what is happening, but to coordinate, to guide relief, to share verified information, and to remind people that they're not alone. So in the coming days, I will still be on the ground. You can guarantee that I don't even have to show you, just know. And I will continue to help, but I'm only going to use my stories and my social media platform for one reason: to highlight where help can be found, and to amplify the work that others are doing in the same way. Because this is not about one person, about one parish, or one post. It's about all of us. It's about rebuilding not just our homes, but our sense of belonging to each other. Because Hurricane Melissa, it may have bruised us, gashed us in our island deeply.
I tell you something. If we not get up and take this serious, me no know what gonna be the outcome of Jamaica. Trust me. I know one easy thing. I know one nice thing. It gonna take a lot of resilience, a lot of effort to ever look back some way. It'll take some time too. But I love this. And I say, you know what, let me share it with you. So tell me one thing about what Lisa Anna is saying. Leave a comment, and remember to like, share, and to subscribe to the channel Life with Jennifer JM. Oh my God. I'll catch you again here. Keep on looking.